Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4 in what should be the finale episode. I suspect we have one more major artifact zone to check out, which we have troops right on the edge of. We are completing the 3 beacons of unity, though I'm going to wait until we finish the fated zone, Mount Godkeep. Down here, we're sending down our armies right now to clear this out, get the final artifact, and then I want to see what the artifact event is. And we've got one turn until we siege the capital at Habit. We just killed Suchord Stonecaller. And then we got some debates. I could easily attack Crush Rock. I could like teleport from here, take Shevelton and go straight to Crush Rock, get rid of Monty. This fella's a bit tricky to get to. And this fella's a bit tricky to get to. It's not impossible, but it's tricky. We got lots of stuff here. We ended on an end turn. Let's get right to it and begin on an end turn. And see what our path to victory is. I'm tempted to do military just because we never do it all that much, but I don't know, man. We have so much land. We got the Beacons of Unity. Holding them out for 15 turns while we sort of lock down our underground empire. I don't really feel the need to push out. Like, we got 6, about to have 7 cities. Tokens for your other game useful in 2 hours. That's a big number. Learned English playing video games with movies and series more than school. Probably not a bad way to learn English. I have to find it trying to learn something like French. It's really helpful too. Some anime that I watch, I've started watching with French subtitles, for example. Because sometimes the French sub actors are really, really good. Not subtitles, English subtitles, but French dubs instead of Japanese dubs. Because it kind of works for your brain because you're still like, well, this isn't English. Like, this isn't my native language. It still feels correct, but you also sort of start picking up on cadence a bit more. A fun little turnaround way to do it. Boom. Lots of vassals coming in here and sieging this guy to the ground as well. We are having to deal with the Altar of Marching Gloom. The Marcher of Alting Gloom. I'm tripping over all of my words today. It's been a mess. Heresy of changing Japanese dubs to other languages. Yeah, some things it works. It was really that Castlevania series, not the good Castlevania series, the bad Castlevania series, Nocturne, that I found the Japanese voice actors were terrible for, and the English ones were even worse. So I started watching it with French subtitles, and I was like, oh, these guys are French dubs, and I thought, well, these guys are really good. This works nice. We should definitely buy luxury markets. That's a good play for us. Kill them. Oh, these armies are so good. Up to champion. Almost like 3,000 strength in this army. That free army. I mean, I might as well build a teleporter here as well. Give us the options. Kjornoe is ready to annex. Where do you want to go? Kind of hard to say no to that one. And I'll put the silent barracks in there. That'll look nice. That'll be a very complete feeling city. We've unlocked another Whispering Stone, the Crypt Blade, the ability to also give Whispering Stones to other vassals. Shoot! I needed that Imperium. I don't know what I'm doing. Fool of a Took. Who's gonna give me the most juice? 4236. I have to turn on all the vassal incomes here. Some of you guys have Imperium. You're pretty good, Docs. Berkshire is also pretty good. But I think Imperium is the best thing for me right now. So we'll go with those guys. Why not? Leyline focus. We still haven't cast this, so let's charge that bad boy up. 30% damage for all of our casters and +2 resistance if they haven't moved. Sadwick. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. How we all doing? Watching Freerin right now, but having German dubs? Very confusing. The English dub is excellent. Japanese VA is better, of course, but our English one is super good too. Nice. Okay, I love that. Can't watch dubbed anime, only subs. As long as you're not watching it in English is for me, with very few exceptions. So rewatched in English so I could look at the scenery just as good the second time around. Honestly, that is a show I would not mind rewatching. And I say that very, very rarely. Freerin was just so good. Spring Shower has returned to Habat, which means he's in here right now. So if I win this fight, he's dead. And I win this fight. Get wrecked, nerd. I'll take it. Another one bites the dust, babies. The leg. Hearty armor of Starblaze. Whoa. Wow. Wow. This is... Aruna Protection is 2. Starblades is 3? Status resistance is 1. Hit points is 1. Defense 3 is 3. This is a 10-point armor? Unless I got Starblades wrong, which is a 9-point armor. That's insane. Who do I even put that on? You've got that one. That's really good for you. You've got reinforced armor. Stalwart helmet. You could use Starblades for sure. Let's give it to you. Let's give it to you. Hey, what's going on with the audio? Hey, what's going on with the audio? The I cut everything girl, the I can fix her girl. Ooble's a character in Freerin, yeah. Why do we have all this surplus mana? It's because we just started taking over all these cities. You've defeated Spring Shower and taken his capital. Rip. Mysterious Prisoner has failed, but that's no biggie. We're going to expand our city cap. And then I am going to wait a turn and absorb this. I am going to have to take some gloom damage. But a very small price to pay. So the first of our cultists. They've got Reapers who have auto kill. Mount Godkeep, the sons of Kjornoe. You think you could stop us? For the gods, Kjornoe's death was just a door, a mere pathway to new powers. He rips an icicle from his shoulders and squashes it with his fists, looking super badass. They alone dare to oppose the false order of the Archons. As sons of Kjornoe, we carry on his legacy and master their magic. Off you go. I don't need to absorb your soul. As fun as that does sound. So I lost a charger and an herbalist here. Ooh, infernal juggernauts. Right, and I guess I can't just make them easy peasy lemon squeezy anymore. A charger. There is a teleporter over here. We'll make a herbalist in this city. Thank you, thank you. And they can rejoin the squad. Those guys vibe for a second. Finally, Ogre's Keep. We're gonna steal this. You guys are all gonna vibe. You guys are gonna vibe. You guys are gonna vibe. You're gonna chill for a turn. We have a handful of level ups. 1-1 gets a level up. Nice to see it. I guess giving him Sentinel is not a bad idea, seeing as he's a big tank. Turn of the Knife has been captured. Handful of remains. Bounties. These guys are pillaging. One step closer to victory. One step closer to victory. Insulted by a giant floating eyeball. Ritual circle attacking us. And this city needs to build. It has its dungeon conclave now. What does it need to build? I don't want to like build over too many of the cool things. War Foundry. That's becoming... That's just being repaired. I guess I don't need a teleporter and a demon gate. So let's build the worker construct nexus there. Okay, okay. Do we need to cast any spells? I could do some soul curses, but I don't really need to. That being said, Awaken's Tools should probably be cast on these new cities. Tried watching the show, got about 3 or 4 episodes in before giving up. I know it's anime. Certain conventions apply. Would have killed the female characters to put some clothing on instead of adventuring in their lingerie? In Ferrerin? Oh, Ubelblatt. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, that's always a really, like, weird part. Goblin Slayer is really, really, really bad for that. There's a bunch of scenes that are just so gratuitously for the boobas. Scenes with heavy plot in them. And you kind of watch it and you're like, what are you guys doing? Why are you doing this? There's no need. Magical armor that's invisible. One of the characters still a kid. Oh, well, actually, she's like a 6,000-year-old demon, so me being a creep about it doesn't really count. What? What? The worst kind of anime fan. Oh, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. This is a SpaghettiOs moment. What do these guys have? Earthkin, geomantic crystals, obsidian weapons, steel skin. How dare you just take my build? You can't belay the clay, baby. It's too strong. It's the cream of the crop rising to the surface. These clay mudmen are absolutely bonkers. The fact that they all have undying makes them so good. Ranch girl, cowgirl, yes. Yep. She may be a predator that hunts for young men. 1,000-year-old hag. Yerk. Barf. What a win that was, yeah. Yeah, there's these mudmen are really, really useful. My clay men. Whoa. Tier 4, tier 4. That's crazy good. That's crazy good. Bolstered defense and bolstered resistance. And a rune of frost and +1 defense, +1 status resistance. Damn, dudes, we swimming in it now. I can't believe I'm wearing just a breastplate of the champion. I feel like such a scrub. So this guy currently has this bolstered resistance +5, +2, +2. +5, +3, +1, plus resistance, plus burning, plus regeneration. I think that's better. But like, well, you have that insane armor. You have 20% damage hex, which you want. You have star blades and 10 HP. But because you're a gunner, that actually is best for you. You need a better hat. What do you have? You don't have good armor. What is better for you? Getting the bolsters or getting the hardy cloak? I feel like the regeneration is probably the way to go on him. Lets him stay light and agile. I can't even use all that stuff. Finish off the rest of these golems. Lose Arbalist. Frostblood is also unlocked the Beacons of Unity. We have all 3 Beacons of Unity ready, so we just have to teleport everybody home to deal with it.
Imagine getting beaten by a champion who only has a breastplate kappa.
A breastplate? What is that, some sort of breastplate? Ah! You're no match for me. Oh, no, stop! It's too much.
Artifice, I like to think,
Mariner,
is
how
the
we do?
ultimate expression of genius made physical.
Well, I hope.
To translate something as intangible as an
Let's grab this 30% crit hit on everybody. And I can now build golem mines. Can I? Can I build a golem mine? I need to find somewhere to put it, which is getting consistently more difficult to do. What does it scale off? Production per quarry. So that's the best spot for you. We are... Oh, we have to purge that Ogre's Keep before we can actually take it. You guys are coming up here to join these homies. These homies. I guess we can wait the turn to heal here. You get to be absorbed. Actually, you get to be migrated into Mudmen. And then everyone is going to stay put for the round. You got a work camp. Goldbane, 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 Goldbane Underground Passage. We're going to build a teleporter right here. Flowing Fields has grown. Let's grab some farms. What is that doing down there? No dungeons in this place. What am I even thinking? Dungeon scales. Production per adjacent dungeon province. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so the dungeon's going to go here. I'm going to rush it. We could probably put the excavated ley line here. And this can go into a central quarry. That could become a golem mine. You can become a silent barracks. You can become a clay forge. These would be nice to make into farms, but I don't actually think I can do that. Oh, yeah, you could. Oh, you both could. I'm swapping both the farms for the farmstead bonus. You could be an underground vault. You know what? We got a lot queued up there. Victor, my summoner. Choo choo choo. What am I doing with you? I guess we might as well make the wyverns instead of the zombies. I got awakened tools to cast on all these cities. We'll cast that a few times. We guys have the port. And one more for Herbot. So that guy's bailed. This city's breached one character. Do we vassalize you for the Shrieker's Tomb? Or do we just raise you to the ground? Just raise it to the ground. Who are we trying to impress here, you know? Everybody else can just vibe. Collected, captured, collected. Rivalries. The vault can get a golem mine here. Luxury markets. And you literally have no room for this rune carver's camp. Farmstead's meant to go up there, but baby steps. Hey! Saw that from Software and it's a new game, and then it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Really? Isn't Night Rain coming out soon? I mean, I know it's not technically like a new game, but it is also a new game. I know technically it's like a fancy mod for Elden Ring, but I feel like it's complicated enough that it's a new game. Any word on Bloodborne coming to Xbox? How about PC? Thought it was Bloodborne 2? Oh my god, could you imagine if they were like Bloodborne 2? A Switch exclusive. I think people would actually riot.
But is it a new game?
It might just be regular new game, not a new game. Oh, this is cool. Look at this cool little like pathway up to the Smoldering Keep. Island of statues all around it. Oh, there's even a cool little watchtower right there. That I guess if you fly is easier to get to and actually keep this location. That's awesome. Can you build an outpost here? What would it look like? I'm trying to think like how do you even keep this, get this Smoldering Keep? Unless it's with a city. Nintendo probably paid a lot for an exclusive. Yeah. Thankfully, they have infinity $1 million. We just have to keep an eye and make sure he doesn't actually build these. So far, we're not in any immediate rush. I'm now very evil. When did that happen? Oh, you know what? It's probably things like the Carnival of Flesh doing it. And all the
Imagine
demon
the blue
gates.
death on a bay.
On eBay. Guess that'd be pretty messy. 94. Whew. Oh, because all the gloom. Well, we're going to get rid of that right away. Bring in the dungeon. And then bring in the palisade walls. This guy needs more troops. Probably a frontliner. Seven turns. Oh man, let's give you a shard lancer. And I'm just going to spawn it in immediately. So I am not healing here, but I'm afraid to leave because of the riot. So I'm pretty sure we saw the other set of cultists down there, though I think they're maybe in 3 different positions. This is one of these situations where the lightless map is actually a bit of an issue. Trying to find out where all these goodies are. I mean, you're all healing. This guy needs an archer and a charger. One clay archer, one clay charger. Boop. And boop. And who am I even at war with? The dragon and Monty, I guess. Well, I suppose you can head up that way then. You can set production. For, it looks like we have a couple of mines over here. So let's do like a golem mine. And a Bazaar of Wonders. That ought to keep them busy. So while I'm at it, target not valid. Oh, I guess I can't cast Rock Rune Steel in a place that has gloom. Interesting. I wonder, will this replace gloom? I certainly can't imagine it will. That's good to have a couple of those guys around just for good measure. Zero interest in Night Rain. I know Seamless Co-op was a popular mod, but the idea of multiplayer Elden Ring does nothing for you. I mean, it's much more like multiplayer... Like, it's more of like a roguelike action game. Sort of like Risk of Rain than it is like an Elden Ring game. I don't think it's really gonna appeal to Dark Souls players. is the vibe I get from it. Just because it's such a different element. Duskblood multiplayer only? No. Same. No idea. Still does nothing for you. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. It only appeals to me because I have like two very good buddies who both really like two very good buddies. Basically, my only friends in Montreal are both really into Elden Ring. They both had a very Elden Ring year. So then I started playing, and then they announced Night Rain, so we were all like, oh, sick. When this comes out, we're gonna play a bunch of this. And so I'm excited for that. I'm mostly just excited to hang out with my friends. It's the long and the short of it. April 4 to 6, 11 shows will start for you. You think you have 17 on your list? Oh my God, that's too many. But also which shows? As someone who's always looking for new shows and also does not keep track of what comes out, I want to know if any of the shows I watch are getting a new season. Lunch soup? Oh, soup for lunch? That's a good choice. Soup's always a good choice. Unless it's like 30 degrees outside. Then maybe not so much. Also, check out this cool province. Love it. You've built luxury markets. Man, oh man. Eternal studies. You've built palisade walls. I definitely need stability here. So, does anything make stability for me? Sure don't. Let's just start putting in the fancy stuff. I mean, we got a couple of firms down here. I could probably put in a farmstead. Do I need a mob camp? No, that's for tier 1 units. Swap that out. Ah, the silent barracks actually does it. So we'll build that up first. These guys would also really benefit if I had a governor, but they are a long time off happening. You guys are going to join that army. Yeah, you could just beat up these spiders for me. Then he's just like, I'm going to take 0 damage from this. And I don't know. Maybe let's just clear this wonder. Why not? These guys are all waiting. These guys are all... All right, this is better. It's no longer rioting. So I want to say we can maybe get out of here. I actually heal in this location because it's a dungeon. There's another one of the cultist armies. All my elementals keep dying. That's no good. That's no good at all. On the verge of his last breath, a houndmaster of the sons of Kjornoe suddenly bursts out in laughter. Have you seen the ogres? They splash like big frogs. Green intestines, blue goo. Paint the walls, bloat them with magic essence, prick them with an ice shard, and plop! It's funny, stupid. He spouts blood as he laughs. They think we'd grant them power. Oh, yes. Green splashing frog power. He collapses. If the lunatic's last word contained any grain of truth, the Sons of Kjornoe is abusing the blood clans as sacrifices in its vile rituals. Now, I want to know what's wrong with frog power. Frog power sounds pretty handy. Spells are blocked. Spells are blorked. I got blorked spells. I'm going to send you down here to try and meet up with them, but I don't know if it's going to work. Yay! We finally took over Godkeep. So I can send you to join this homie. Cooler is ready to keep annexing. You know what we haven't really annexed is water tiles. So I want to see if anything cool happens to them as part of the dungeon. I'm going to guess no, but you don't know until you try. And the final signature rune for Classiest Clay. Grand Cascade. Killing a unit deals 10 lightning damage up to 2 enemies. Stack of Strength and Fortune when using an attack ability. That's pretty good. Wall Army Leader. All non-heroes gain 15% damage on base attacks. Base 90% chance of applying bleeding for 3 turns. Effects are increased for single shot attacks. Unlocks Ancient of Earth, which is obviously what I want. Grand Life Rune. All non-hero units get natural regen. Eternal Rage and natural regen. Safeguard. When this unit goes below 60%, it gets bolster defense, bolster resistance, temp HP, and lead by example. And then the Disruption Rune. Attacks deal 20% extra to magic origin units and unlocks Eternal One. We're going to take the Grand Brown Rune. And Ancient of Earth. Which looks like it doesn't make you super big anymore. And I wonder if it's only for the giants it doesn't make you super big. Or did they nerf Ancient of Earth so it doesn't always make you super big now? I would understand if they did. This is an extra 20 HP. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take it. There might have been an achievement for it. that was my entire logic there. Are these the legs you're going to wear? Instead of star blades? That seems like I made a mistake. This guy's got 12 defense. Natural 12 defense. I need Starblade shoes on you. Rune of Protection is also really good. Juggernaut, I'm pretty sure you already have. Let's just go status resistance, and we'll just call them the boots of Starblades. I'm fine with that. New Empire Development skill. Newly summoned or recruited magic origin units gain +1 ranks. That applies for elementals. Yeah, okay. Dude comes back and immediately casts Pyroclastic Eruption on me. The kiln. Lots of stuff to be built here. I guess let's just go with the Great Hall for now. I love it, man. Look, we've dungeoned basically this entire area, and we're starting to dungeon this out as well now. As well as this guy. We got some pretty big dungeon grounds. Lots of stuff being done. Darius, good day. Good, I guess, day. Good day, everyone. Quick question without notice. Favorite pasta? Penne. Hell yeah. Penne gang, rise up. 5 of the anime are returning shows. Season 2. One is Uma Musume Horse Girls show, which is mandatory viewing. Well, I don't know about that. That one sounds weird. Kowloon, generic romance. And Shirley, Anne of Green Gables. This is the 4th time anime has covered her. I haven't watched any others. That's very funny that Anne of Green Gables has a bunch of animes. I always find it strange that Anne of Green Gables is so popular. Good, clean, fluffy fun. Joachim, hello, hello. Tons of stuff being done. Tons. Yeah, I don't know. I literally have never heard of any of these animes you're mentioning. I'm expecting to see one and be like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I've seen that one. Or I've seen like the banner for it on Crunchyroll or something. I mean, currently I'm watching Hunter x Hunter because I ran out of other shows to watch. And I was like, well, everyone says this one's really good. It's got like 130, 140 episodes. Which is a lot, but certainly a lot less than something like One Piece. So, yeah, it's been pretty fun. I guess we're taking this auto combat. It's going to kill a lot of people because there's Reapers. Yeah. 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 Beware the roaming cultists. These Reapers suck. They're really screwing with me. Your troops have decimated the sons of Kjornoe, roaming the slopes of Mount Godkeep. The Troll King returns to them, grinning with malice joy. Cultists laugh and torture the Blood Clan. Who laughs now? It swings its large mace towards the mountaintop. Spell shield broken. Now Esmeralda the Mender fears Troll King vengeance. Cower in throne room, her skull necklace for the Troll King. Cult leader strong. Troll King has 3 loyal servants. One joins Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay must choose. An entwined protector, a river troll, or a scald. I mean, I feel like probably the river troll. I feel like he's got the right energy. Burger built a beacon of unity. Uh-oh. We gotta get this done quick. He's trying to get the win. He's trying to get the win before we can get the win. You guys wait here and make sure this burns down. You guys... Well, you can build that farm. I want to get that province. Just for kicks. You're healing, and you are healing. The Godkeep explored. Oh, you've ran out of movement. All owned provinces adjacent to this ancient wonder gain 2 Imperium. Well, this guy's not going to be able to take this at 2,000. This is a gold wonder. There's only one man who can take a gold wonder out. Gotta take up 3 turns to get here. Teleports to the demon gate, heads upstairs, makes his way the rest of the way. Can't summon elementals here. I keep forgetting that. Infestation is invading from a pirate cove. That's fine. We're going to pick up artisan armaments for that extra crit chance. I don't know. He might be able to do it on his own, so. Japan loves that book. It's the #1 reason to visit Canada, probably. That's fair. I don't know what else we got going on up here, so. Hit your big toe so bad it bled a bit and you're limping today. Oh my God, that's a major stub. Stubbing your foot so bad that the next day you're still feeling it? Ouch. Anna Green Gables, strangely popular in Japan. Living there, many Japanese people said it's their favorite book. I think at one point it was assigned in schools. Oh, okay. That could definitely explain it then. I mean, I guess there's something like very iconic about her visually. Not really like iconic to a bunch of white people, but to other sides of the world. Probably very interesting. These are new upcoming seasons. Bunch of reborn and isekais. No cave trolls. No cave trolls. There are a bunch of new, like all the ogres who come visit you are all units. So I'm kind of curious whether or not you can get them. Like the sage ogre, the trainer ogre, and the wrangler. The wrangler ogre. 2026 for Bookworm next season. Look pretty generic. Watch a couple comedy ones though. Yeah. Frerin is coming in January. It's good to know. When are we getting another season of what was it called? Like Rule of Kings? Reign of Kings? The one about the cute little kid and his little shadow demon friend. That's the one I'm waiting on. Ranking of Kings? Ranking of Kings. That was one of my favorite ones in recent years. So cute. Bookworm is really good. Book assigned in school and they like it. I guess it could happen. I don't know, man. Lots of people are obsessed with Holden Caulfield. So there's lots of weird ones. What if I went right here and built an outpost? No. If I dismantle the city rune, I can build one though. So I guess we're just going to hang out here while we do that. Sure, let's unlock that. So much knowledge. You know what? I think the other guys probably could do it. He's got 22. Let's swap this defender out for one with more HP. $25. Yeah, he should be fine. Mount Godkeep, the false queen. Entering the front gate of the imposing structure, compelled with its great walls and statuary, your troops find themselves in the pristine hall of unparalleled grandeur. Have you come to offer me reverence? An ice-cold voice calls out, echoing through the mirror chamber. Or will you end your lives in foolish defiance? When I looked into the mirror, I foresaw my destiny to wield the power of the gods. I, Esmeralda the Mender, who bears the secret marks of the Kjornoe and leads their sons to dark dominion. The netherest crown of Esmeralda reveals her bearings to show an ancient giant throne. I see no gifts nor thralls worthy of my magnificence, so you die. From behind the throne, a large blood-clan grunt appears, ready to defend the newfound queen. Berate the trolls and ogres for betraying their king. Oh, this is like not even a fight. I'm gonna win this, but I want to see the map. I haven't fought on this location before. Oh, look at all that pee! Oh my God, there's so much pee on this map. Why do these giant kings pee everywhere? This is just like Brussels. You're not even a giant. You're a tiny little lady. I thought you were going to be much bigger than this. Prepare to meet the wrath of 1-1. Got all of our clay boys. We got our new geomancers here as well, which I'm kind of excited for. This is a pretty cool map. Rally! Totally false queen. Giant sitting on the throne, peed herself to death. It's kind of what seems like it's going on. Wife almost caved and allowed me to name our daughter Scout. It was not to be in the end. See, I tell you, people love it. These dudes need to see a urologist. Yeah, that pea is moving pretty slow, and it looks like it's full of glittery flakes. Oh my god, these zombies. They're just getting a golden shower. Yikes. I mean, tectonic shatter? That one always does a pretty good number on them. I could web them, or I could burn a bunch of them down. Let's burn a bunch of them down. 1-1 is here. He's got 18 defense and 15 resistance. Dude, he is such a tank. Also, when did his helmet become gold? When I took gold touch, I guess? I love 1-1. He's certainly become a fan favorite for me. I mean, I could kill the leader with the tectonic shift. So let's just do that. You... What is this? Oh. Alright, I guess kill them. Archers. Swing and a miss. Get a bit of healing done. Goodness gracious. I mean, why even cast anything? 1-1 gets the guild. These guys don't have slip away. So let's hit him so that this guy can slip away. And y'all can move up. Shoot him in the back. We only got one guy left to go. Chuck a rock at him. That's not looking so good for you, buddy. Steer buckaroo. That ain't looking so good for you. What is going on with this troll's face? I gilded it? Its face is just melting? Looks like a giant platypus. Is that tectonic shift's cooldown 2 turns? Geo Surge? 1 turn on that cooldown? That's insanely good. I mean, I get it. These guys are tier 4. But if you think about it compared to the transmuters. Now, I mean, the transmuters also gild everything they hit, but I think they have a much longer cooldown. Esmeralda, the Mender, fallen victim to her hubris, the Troll King returns to his throne. Troll King, brothers all dead, it says, looking over the bodies of the fallen Blood Clan scattered throughout. He hangs his enormous head, its hideous eyes growing misty. Troll King fault. Soul-cursed mirror, doomed Troll King. Showed glory, brought death. Now soul-cursed mirror, doomed Esmeralda. The soul curse of pride, 25% chance of gaining Imperium. Target enemy city loses a borderland province and the population is lost. Spawns a ritual circle infestation on the lost province. That's really good. The Troll King takes off his crown. Cassius Clay, worthy Smith worded. Troll King has Blood Clan no longer. We'll follow Cassius Clay. Oh my god. We get the Troll King as a unit and he's only tier 4? You can take Imperium, 960 Imperium. Reanimate Esmeralda the Mender. Oh man, I'm obviously taking the Troll King. We now also get the return of Kjornoe. Will trigger next turn. Look at this guy. Call guard. Draft a random tier 2 ogre unit. Ability starts on cooldown and cannot be used in water. Personal guard. At the start of combat, a random tier 2 ogre joins the battle. Hell yeah, dude. Let me give you a worthy army of clay goons. I guess I better build a city up here. Or, better yet, just expand this city. It's got so much. It needs so much population. I mean, I think we expanded one more slot and it's good. Troll King gets to work. Shielding chestplate, shoes of escaping. Those are both very good. Probably put those shoes on somebody. I don't know what our armies are doing anymore. I guess, you know what? I should probably peel everybody back to the Beacons of Unity. Because now that we have Kjornoe coming, DiGiorno coming, we're going to need them all. So you can go there. You actually don't have a teleporter that's nearby. Can I fix that really fast? Problem solved. I don't know what to give you. So these guys should also all then come back. I tell you what, I guess we'll send them to that Beacon of Unity. You guys are vibing up there right now. Kjornoe is coming. 1-1 levels up again. Leaden Blows or Frontline Fighter. Oh, well, let's give you that. Keep making you tankier and tankier. There's 30% crit damage on all my characters. I can't imagine a situation where I can actually get away with soul cursing something. Oh man, this guy looks boss as hell. The Oathsworn Shield with him? Hell yeah, this guy looks awesome. I feel like I need to do a playthrough with this guy now. He looks like he would run a lava domain. Call to war against Kor'nea. All right, well. I mean, I'm about to light the beacon, so he's literally going to war deck me next turn anyway. I guess I could have waited 2 turns. A ruler started a war. Other ruler started a war. This treaty has expired. I don't think I need it anymore. We're sitting really fat. We've got war parties coming probably there. That's fine. None of this. should be an issue. Literally every single province here is a special building. That's so funny. I can't build anymore. All right, let's just chuck some stone walls on there then. And keep cruising. My God. Had to pick a book and do a review of it. Had no idea what to pick. Your father suggested Day of Triffids. Brilliant novel. I have heard about that one. Not even a fight. No, I mean, I feel like most of our fights are not even fights just because the clay guys. They're just so strong and easily replaceable. And once like one comes in, all the others are such high level that all the XP just funnels into that replacement character, so he levels back up super fast as well. Wish I could stop gold locations this easy. I mean, we're 118 turns in and about to win the game, so like it's a fair trade. I was shocked because I do feel like even the Golden Gate was a harder fight than that. I was expecting a little more. What happened to my third army? Did I flee one army and then leave the other two? That's really stupid. What if? What if? Hear me out. What if I fleed with my entire army instead? Now, they might not all be allowed to route, but I'd be curious. If this guy is tier 4 renown, they should all escape. He's not. But tier 3 does at least give him a better chance. I could have just cast the spell to like teleport all these armies back. Which I guess would have been the smart choice, but you know me, not a smart man. All right. It's a fine trade. I'll take that. I got what I wanted, which was burning down that city. Everything else is completely irrelevant. Destroy your own provinces with that spell to spawn and farm infestations? Probably not. You could probably only cast it on an enemy terrain. But I don't know. Newton, hello, hello. Target enemy city. The problem with target enemy city is that the computer builds spell jammers in basically every single city all of the time. Not always, but most of the time. So it's really hard. You also have to get vision of their capital, which is, again, pretty difficult because all the capitals have sensing. Complete an artifact collection and trigger a collection happening. I've actually already done this, but you have collected the Soul Curse Cauldron, Soul Curse Mirror, and Soul Curse Grail. Now a strange cultist approaches you. You hold the relics of Kjornoe. I am son of Kjornoe, destined to reawaken the giant kings who were so unfairly declared traitors. For long we have followed the artifacts you now possess, waiting for someone to aid us. With the sins of 3, your powers as a go-deer, and an unwitting sacrifice can mend the Kjornoe and return them to us. 3 Kjornoe will merge for 1 to return. Riches, prosperity, and power will be our reward. For the rest of the game, you become the cult leader of the Sons of Kjornoe. Whenever you cast a Soul Curse spell, there's a 25% chance of a cultist army joining your ruler. The strength of that army scales with the tier of the cast spell. When multiple of the extra Soul Curse casting effects could trigger, their triggering chance is summed up at a maximum of 1 effect triggers. Sure. I mean, tears well in his eyes. Yes, we will commence the ritual immediately. I have a feeling I've just damned myself and probably am going to lose my giant, but I'm not sure. Later, you find yourself in the center of an elaborate rune. The artifacts the Traitor Kings placed around you. Dark smoke envelops you as the cultist chants. The Kjornoe sense your power. With you as their conduit, they merely lack a host, an unwitting go-deer to sacrifice. Grant the void its prize. Mend their fragments whole. Guide them to their host and throne. Bring back the Traitor King under your command. Guide the fragmented souls to the thunderous spirit of Kor'nea, the all-seeing. You and the new ruler will enter an unbreakable alliance. All other rulers gain a major grievance against you. No way. Using your own go-deer powers and the artifacts of the Traitor Kings, you guide the fragmented souls to an unwilling host. Unable to respond to the sudden assault, Kor'nea, the all-seeing, is cast into the astral void. His fading screams and the manic laughter of the sons of Kjornoe herald the arrival of the Traitor Kings. Their fragmented souls merge to form one giant king who roars with 3 voices before finding his composure. You have reawakened us. We were shattered, fragmented. Now I am Dolduana. My fate is bound to you. I pay our debts. Name yours. He's a storm giant king. Pure evil. Change to peace. Change to alliance. Get some gold. Gain +1 population in all of my cities. Or receive a chunk of Imperium. I'll take some growth in all of my cities. Having an alliance with the other biggest player on the map is pretty big. Blah, 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 blah. Boy, we could get a military victory really easy now. I love this. This is so cool. Easter Island, dude. Now we are the evil. I mean, we already were pretty evil. I don't think there's any denying that. All right, you got to come back here. You're going that way. You're going... Let's send you... I guess that way. Sure. You're going here. Camp. These guys are coming back. These guys are coming back. These guys are coming back. You're currently building a wall. You're going to build... I don't know, an Arcane Institute. You also have room to keep growing. Oh, I actually can't get that spot. That's a shame. Okay, this farm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's uninhabitable. Damn. I should technically give this up to the kiln. But no rush. You can grab another farm up here. Why not? The war has ended with all of these guys up north. You and Soul as well. That's nice. Mysticarium. So we now basically own this entire continent as well. Well, at least our alliance does. Except for Monty. But he's being absolutely just pillaged constantly. So it's only that dragon who remains. I am gonna teleport some of these guys back. Just to help speed things up. And I think next turn we should be in a position that we can activate the beacons. We're the ultimate evil now. Getting the feeling that playing a good giant is going to be very hard. Nah, I don't know. I feel like it could be fun. All depends on what you want to do. None of the giants are really order centric, right? Rock could be. I would say rock leans the closest. If you went Tome of Discipline into Tome of Constructs and you started feudal, or you started high, I guess. Like you'd have like 4 order just from that. There's no reason you couldn't vassalize a bunch of good people, a bunch of people. Well, and again, I guess also like being order doesn't necessarily mean you're good. Because you can certainly be a tyrant under order. You don't need order alignment for good. No, no, no. Oh, it's nice to see all this gloom being repelled. Like we're just laying down tiles on top of the umbral gloom. It's awesome. Love the look of it. A trade proposal's coming in. I wonder if that's a peace deal. Could be teleporter deals. Yeah, these guys still love me. I mean, one is also very evil. The other guy is good. Monty is really evil. If he wasn't warring with our ally, we'd for sure be able to just gobble him up in as well, but more like a D&D good and evil. You can be lawful evil pursuing order. Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah. Because if you have all the Inquisitors and the Tyrant Knights, the idea is you're sort of like forcing everybody into servitude. So Troll goes there. You're gonna sit on top of the Beacon of Unity. So this is a full army. You need some backup. You need some backup. So where is everybody? Those are elementals. These guys can come down here. These guys can come over here. You're going to camp. Where's the Age of Materium? I'm on another book, man. I don't even know. Tempted to just take this just for transmutation circles, but I guess it really doesn't matter at this point. I suppose meteor projectiles is kind of nice, because so is Great Foundry.
It's not magma.
It's not magma. Oh, is that magma? You got a license for that magma? I got no room. This is crazy. There's so many unique buildings when you play a Materium run. It's really cool. You guys are ready to annex a little bit more. We talked about putting that there so that I could build a central quarry, I think, in it. Here's your boosts. Trade proposal, share vision, sure, bud. Didn't realize we didn't have that. Acts of loyalty in 5 turns, 3 turns. That'll give us another vassal. A Whispering Stone has been returned from Vettenberg. Because we have maxed out their level. Citadel's really bad stats. You're not bad. You're better, though. You're best. Let's rob a little bit of that. These guys are pillaging my teleporter, but I don't care. This outpost is a million years away from my cities. Let's light the beacons. And now we have to defend them for 15 turns. And I don't know, maybe I could cast a Soul Curse of Greed on these guys up here. Just mess with them. Cast Soul Curses all over the place. Judges from Judge Dredd, they may be lawful, but I'm not sure I'd call them good. Yes. Awful, lawful. I love that. Most historic expansions after a certain point were like, we're going to bring you tech and civilization, so just accept that. Because you didn't figure it out on your own, you're now second-rate citizens. How very Roman of you. Materium Run seems to be about tile management more so than other run types. Yeah, definitely. I would absolutely argue that. Which feels correct because Materium is all about, like, material goods. It's all about building. So having it focused on actually creating your lands and making them really good and doing cool tile management and then turning everything into these sick looking dungeon tiles, like, it's fitting. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything really happens to the coastline or the water. Just kind of goes over the edge. It blends so nice. One thing I'd really like is to be able to turn off these borders with like the click of a button. Like there is, you could turn off all the other UI elements, but you can't turn off the borders. And I'd love to just see the towns. At least I don't know how to turn off the borders. I'd love to be able to see the towns just like as they are. Good alignment, mostly determined by actions rather than build. There's a shadow culture trait that gives you a starting bonus to good. Yeah. All around, like, focusing on knowledge. Most of the evil is in chaos. Most of the good is in order, but shadow can do both. And you can do good without order. Yeah, I mean, we played as, when we did Sonny the Good Boy, we played as good necromancers. Angelic necromancers, in fact. Which was a really curious... How come you're letting me buy this again? I can just do this? Oh! Can I... cast a spell on this? It's blocked by Spelljammer. Of course, because it's his capital. But in theory, I could have. We'll get some Crucible battlements as well. Ivan, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the agency. Angelic Necro really gives a protected by your ancestors vibe. For us, it was all about... it was a bunch of good dogs who wanted to dig up bones. That was the concept of that playthrough. They just wanted some bones. And they got them. Let me tell you. They found lots of bones. Alright, this elemental army is really missing some elementals. I should also make sure that all of these places have things such as... golem mines, which they do, so I think we'll be fine. Let's grab that. You can nap. You can nap. You can nap. You can nap. I guess I'm bringing back another army that just has to respawn, so I'll just wait for him. We shouldn't have any trouble holding this in the meantime. You've unlocked chaos. Pillaging provinces is better. You've received a trade probe. Yeah, sure. You guys formed an alliance. That's cool. Ending a war. Oh, yeah, of course they're all ending wars. They have to kill me now. The computer has to focus on me because otherwise it instantly loses. I forgot. Let's recruit another hero. I mean, he's never going to level up, so... Oh, you were the old Lord of the Flowing Fields. Let's just hire you. And I'll put you in charge over here. It's like max level renown as well. And I suppose we could build you an army. It can literally be anything. Why don't I build you a mythic army? And we go! We go, we go! That's how we go. The Goodest Boy was an interesting run, yep. What advantages do you get from the dungeon trade? So all of the dungeon buildings scale off of having nearby dungeon tiles. So the more dungeon tiles around them, they get extra bonuses. So this one gets +2 production per dungeon tile. The Clay Forge gets draft per dungeon tile. The barracks gets happiness. Happiness? City stability and fortification health, actually. And then the underground vault gets money and binding essence. So it just basically makes all your tiles better. Giant with an obelisk start. Fetch. Be very good. Crystalorn, good to see you, my dude. Thank you for that hydro check. And Orange Quake, thank you for the shouts. I'll see if the game crashes later when I played it now that you've reinstalled it. I'm very curious to hear. This outpost is under siege. To absolutely nobody's surprise. Hey. What are these guys doing here? Did this location just keep spawning new armies, I wonder? Oh, that's a quest. That's a quest from Stalgrad. Sealgad, I mean. Sealgad. I'd love to know how to actually pronounce this. I'm assuming it's Swedish. All right, homies, let's move here. 15 turns of waiting around for combat. Putt, 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 putt. I should make some more clay armies also. I'm just now realizing. There's absolutely no reason not to. 2 turns? What the hell's wrong with your draft? Outrageous. You're coming down here. Nap. You're gonna nap there. Make a ballista tower. You can annex another province. That feels absurd, but let's do it. Let's get him another research post. Yeah. Whip these guys out. Nap time, nap time, nap time. A couple of nice little levels here. This guy gets more AoE damage. And then... Who is this? Oh, this is our new character. She's a ranger. She's a crit ranger. I'm going to make her a cool skirmisher ranger. So let's go purging strikes. And yeah, I guess meteor shots. Oh, you have really good everything. Slippery slip away. You already have all those. You know what? You're fine. I don't need to make you anything, but I do need to give you a helmet. Can't be having you run around out here without a helmet on. Outrageous. What would people think? I don't think anybody has that helmet, so... let's go like that. Now she's a chunky boy. About to vassalize a contested free city on the surface. Perfect. A Whispering Stone has returned from Effin Kraz. Pop that into Berkshire. You're under siege. You're good to go. You've been invaded. Everything else is good. We're good. See Algard. Both your screens are filled with Twitch. Just watching as many Twitch channels as you can at once. My father will ride his bike to work today, 2 miles there and home. It's a pretty good bike ride for a dad to be doing. It's a good flex. No bikini chainmail. No. Not without mods. Not without the bikini chainmail mod. I guess these guys are a little understaffed at the moment, but I don't know what this outpost is doing here anymore. Not really serving a purpose. I at least made that a teleporter. I'd have a close by teleporter. And I'd be okay with it. He's 64. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all, Dad. Yeah, these guys are gonna take this outpost and then whatever. I don't care about this. I got the booty out of here. And it let me completely kill my biggest rival on the map. Now I'm unstoppable. Why am I not even doubting that it already exists or will exist soonish? Oh, there must be some good armor mods. There's a couple of mods that I really like that I will, if they're updated for Giant Kings, I'll probably put on the next playthrough. That do things like make tome units have cultural variants. So, like a pyromancer would actually look different if it was a feudal pyromancer versus a dark pyromancer. Also, ironclads look different. That's my favorite part of it, actually. All the ironclads look very different. Portisans are darkened. Are they, though? Are they? 1800 versus 75. Mud men, mud men, mud men. Mud men, mud men, mud men. I don't know, man. Take Called Glory, I guess. Zero cost research. City structures. Why not? I don't think I can build repeater crossbows. Oh, I have to unlock it first. Dumb men, dumb men. Geometric resonance, luxury markets, whatever. Oh, this is fine. Just grab it all. Cue your little heart out. Beacons, Caltops, arcane battlements, Caltrops, crucibles. Geometric residence. You can annex another province. You can also annex another province. Finally, I get to start building provinces up here. +2 Imperium in additional income. Can I not also absorb this for free now? Yes. Oh, the gods keep. You know what? I'm going to attract more population because I just want to take as much of this as I can. Oh, wow. We can grow to all sections here. I want to make sure that Little Spring doesn't sneak in here and take any of this land. So let's... I guess like grab a forester. Doesn't really matter, but... You guys are making defensive packs. Stronghold's Whispering Stone is returned. Capable of being integrated. You guys have a stone. You guys have a stone. You guys can have the other stone. Invaded, invaded. Okay, we've pretty much cleared out the gloom here, I'm very happy to say. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Because all we really need to do is get through 10 more turns. And man, if those partisan armies are only 1,800 in strength, I could just leave a single army to defend each of them. Or at the very least, I could leave 2 armies just to guarantee safety. And then take like my 3 best armies and go on a rampage. Which I guess would be the Giant King. 1/1. And either the Philosopher or probably the Marksman. Victor's army is very good. It is all legendary clay defenders. Or, well, legendary claymen. 10 defense, 7 resistance, 140 HP. Bolsters defense. And they also get like +4 for Legion. Dude, I love the clay golems. They're really funny. Love moddable games. Rimworld for the win. God, I love Rimworld. Been really thinking about playing more of Rimworld lately. Outpost captured. Bounty posted. Just kind of don't want to do anything right now that's going to slow down the gameplay anymore. Because I'd be very surprised if we lose it at this point. Like, even if they take a city from us, I'm 52 provinces over the occupy limit. Dude, I love this. The dungeon layouts are so good. This is easily one of my favorite empires I've ever built. I think in terms of actual layout, the cities, how they all operate, the uniqueness of them, you know, having the ice city, the 2 lava cities, the gloom cities on the coast. You're gonna nap. Got a spot for that golden mine. Yeah, you can build that. And then after, you can just go on internal studies. build a crucible. I guess you can build that. 1,500 to attract new population here. And we'll put you on Eternal Studies. You're building all sorts of stuff. You're building all sorts of stuff. You're building all sorts of stuff. Yeah, keep you busy. Upvote captured. Bounty, alliance, invade, infestation, Pirate Cove. Gah. Only thing I'm looking forward to right now is Stellaris 4.0 in the DLCs. Yeah, I'm very stoked for that. The CK3 expansion as well. I'll be showing off both of those. I got confirmation from the team that I will be getting those keys as well. So we'll be showing off, I think, end of May is the CK3 expansion, the Great Khans. So I don't think that one adds in China. I think it's the next expansion adds China. But we'll get to do some Mongol invasions, which I'm very excited about that. I'll probably play as an adventurer, and we'll just start as a young horseman, build up a massive army of horses, and then start conquering. Like, go to the most eastern point I possibly can find, and just conquer all the way from there. Start in Tuva, probably. Is the expansion worth it, or waiting for the discount? Waiting for the sales? Yep. I mean, if you're looking at Stellaris and you don't have all the other expansions, I always say just go with the subscription model at this point. Because typically you're going to play Stellaris for like a month, maybe 2. If you take the subscription, it's going to cost you about $20, which is going to be the price of a DLC anyway. And you'll get access to all the stuff. It's a good deal. Costs like $400. It actually costs more than that. We did the calculation one day. I wanted to figure out what the most expensive game I owned was. And Stellaris, Crusader Kings, and Total War were the three worst offenders. I think Total War Warhammer ended up being the worst at about $750. Assuming you bought all the games and expansions at full price. Which I did not. The subscription, you don't own anything. Yeah, but I mean, technically you don't own it anyway if you're buying it on Steam. Technically, you're just like leasing it. They're worth it. It adds up at the extreme really quick. Not so much worth it. The sales are definitely more worth it. Yeah, I mean, most of the DLC goes, especially the older stuff, goes on sale pretty steeply. So you can pick it all up for dirt cheap. I don't know, man. Sure. Trauma Transformation. Let's go. I'm so much. $2,000 a turn.
Realm has been achieved. One may.
Why not? Do you need to cast anything? I don't think you do. I guess I could start binding Ancient Wonders, but... I just want the Imperium for settling the Godkeep up here. We've been invaded. Again, that's just in the ruins. I'm bummed because I bought Ways of War a la carte, and now it looks like there's no discount for buying Expansion Pass 2 if you already own part of it. Really? Is there like a bundle? Because normally the way that Steam bundles things, you can get the stuff separately, but like if you own one part of a bundle, you can still buy the bundle and it will just like subtract that price, give you the others on the discount, and still put the bundle code on top. It's one of the best parts about Steam, honestly. But I guess like the expansion pass probably doesn't. It's a different method. Have all the Age of Wonders expansions except for Giant Kings. I mean, it's a good one. I recommend it. ! Giant King. You can click that link. And it makes me look good. I appreciate it. Make yourself look fancy. No bundle for expansion packs 2. You add 2 and it just says it's going to cost $50 and you won't get another copy of Way of War. That seems ridiculous. It should at least give you like a gift code. Click it. Just do it. If you'd like me covering Age of Wonders, that's the link to click. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably in the description. Hopefully future me remembers to put it in the description. So funny. Taking over these like Reaver towns that have the war foundries and stuff as well. The Silent Barracks, the War Foundry, the Underground Vault. Like it really looks like this is a real industrial part. The industrial war front. The Demon Gates as well. Hey! Oh no, wait. You're friends with me. I was like, what are you doing down here? You look evil. Wait a minute. I look evil. Wait a minute, you're an eldritch being I banished into the void to bring back a giant homie. Who really needs to hurry up with his god dang turn. Let's go, giant homie. Few other games to finish. Almost done with Half-Life Alyx. Ooh, nice. When we moved into this apartment, there wasn't room for me to set up the VR anymore, so Half-Life Alyx is still one of those games that's just like sitting on the shelf waiting for me to have a room to play in. Nostral, damn, Nuss. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. I do look more than evil. More than look evil. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look that evil. I would say he looks pretty neutral. He doesn't look friendly. Still haven't managed to get this army up to legendary. I wanted to see what would happen. Like how much strength a level 16 giant with all legendary mythic units. I mean, obviously just auto resolves everything, but partisans. More like partisans, am I right? Get the hell out of here. You're no match for the clay. Nothing is a match for the clay. Province Lost, Teleporter Ruins. Let's just take this so that I can at least complete this little area. Victor. Yeah, let's give you support resistance. Why not? Friendship. Bounties. Invasions. That's not my domain. That's not my name. Not my domain. Good luck. I forgot I could just tell my allies to do things. The only other thing I want to do is keep pumping Imperium into that, which it doesn't need right now. Oh, we didn't rename this city either. Saving. Turn 126. Can't rename on somebody else's turn. Half-Life Alyx really awesome. Yeah, I mean, I always hear it's like the best VR game by a long shot, and that's saying a lot because Super Hot exists, and Super Hot is super hot, so it's hard to beat it. He does have that look that says "little thing, shut your mouth." Yeah, and certainly the image of him in the bottom right corner is something special. Grab some food, Newton. Enjoy, enjoy. I cannot wait to eat myself. Wait, I eat myself? No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, we got to get this win. I ain't going anywhere until we get this win. Have I played Age of Mythology? Yes, we did a couple sessions of it on stream. It should be on the YouTube. I really liked it. I just, I was playing it, and then I want to say an Age of Wonders expansion came out. Something else came out, and it just totally sidelined my Age of Mythology playthrough, and I got distracted and never went back to it. But I really liked it. It's a lot of fun. Forget about YouTube. No, dude, no worries, no worries. I mean, you can find the answer, but you have to watch like a whole video to actually get my opinion on it. Meanwhile, you can talk to me while I'm sitting here waiting for 7 more turns to pass, doing absolutely nothing else. I'm happy to talk about Age of Mythology. They just put out a new DLC. I've actually been kind of wanting to go back and visit it because of that. The storyline for it was really, really fun because it has this real mix of Age of Empires city building maps and then these sort of Dawn of War style story maps. And I don't know, I just thought that like the remake for it was excellent. It felt good, but also felt somehow modern. So I think it's just a game that really stands up. Like a lot of games that get remaked shouldn't get remade. I'm a pretty firm believer of that. But that one I think deserved it. Felt like they really crushed it. Other rulers starting wars. This is the problem, is just that this guy's got so many damn troops. And the computer still does this, so it moves. This is something they've got to fix in optimization. I've talked about this for so many patches, but the computer insists on moving its units one at a time, depending on their movement speed, instead of moving all of its units all at once. And this is the reason why end turns take so long. It's the primary reason why end turns take so long. I mean, I'm sure there's some other calculations and stuff happening, and I know that like pathfinding calculations are difficult and they are very resource intensive. But watching all of these, like, it doesn't need to move these 1, 1, and 1 or 1, 1, and 2. It could just keep them all together. And the computer would actually do better in combat if it did that as well. Because most of the time, all of its units are sort of off. Oh, Cassius is back. Man, you were gone a long time. Oh, you can just nap here. Let's expand this city again. Keep digging this up. Hey! What do you think you're doing, Marauder Guard? Cassius, you have a job. Well, actually, you have to heal, but next turn you have a job. You guys are good. 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 Signature skill is available on Victor the Philosopher. Let's get him Master of Materia, and then let him summon elementals. Dudes, this is so many summon spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 summon spells. And he starts with 2 summoned units. That's so funny. That guy has so many spells. And he has Weaver. So he can have 16 units he can create over the course of a map. And not only that, but one of those units is the Spider Matriarch, which allows him to summon more units, I'm pretty sure. No, they might have actually removed that ability. I think that's an old, outdated thing. Don't listen to me. I'm full of it. Oh, look at this. The P around the Godkeep is bubbling. Bubbly P. Got a nice green tint to it. Oh, this is definitely going to be the screenshot for the final thumbnail. way too cool not to be. Boom. Want a new Warlord's Battle Cry 4? That I do not know. I've not heard that one. This is why I like to play with 4 max AI. I mean, there's only 5. I don't normally play on the large maps anymore. I really wanted to see what it looked like with all the new features. Like the big sparkly mountains and stuff like that. Also, I'm just realizing there's like huge map sections that are not been populated yet. Oh, dudes, the Gloom Mountains look awesome. I feel like I've never noticed these before. This guy's done an incredible job at glooming the landscape. I didn't know that mountains changed. Is this new? I'm probably just blind. That's so cool. Yeah, look at this. There's a huge forest right here. Perfect spot for a city. Oh, I guess the giant did have his city here, so he must have been occupying a chunk of that. Didn't realize the mountains changed with gloom. No. I mean, we tried to do that playthrough where I wanted to do gloom forests everywhere. I basically wanted to do this. Gloom forests with the fog inside of them. But like everywhere that I could. I think this mountain update is new. Otherwise, I feel like I would have noticed. This also means that if you move over these mountains, you're taking gloom attrition every single turn. Really messes with scouts. Warlord's Battlecry 3, but I want a 4 instead of a remake. But that's fair. Nobody wants a remake nowadays. I don't know, man. I guess meteor shower here. And we'll cast adaptive armor because just what we need is more upkeep. More invincible units. Her army is complete. 2,800. You're gonna come down here, deal with these guys. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You get to annex more stoof. We'll go here because it fixes the silent barracks and the dungeon conclave. The fairy book doing that? Yeah, the Fey Mist is doing that. The little fog effects. There's something about the terraforming, dudes. I just love it. I can't wait. I'm probably going to do a storm giant next because the storm giant's ability is they make rivers everywhere. And so I'm thinking if we're in a bunch of mountains and we have a bunch of rivers pouring down from them, it could look really, really cool. We'd play as probably frog people. We could take the Naga transformation, probably, and become snakes. Fishy snakes. They get bonuses to all of the water. Which feels like that would work. Adept Seafarers. Go astral. We could do stuff with the crystal guys still because they get... Oh! Wait for the program to respond. Wait for the program to respond. I mean, I know we have autosaves. You can't see it, but the screen is white. Oh, no, it's good. I gotta stop trying to do things during end turns. Still drawn while lurking, Libby. Good to hear. Great, paired with Marching Gloom, yeah. Seafarer Society trade pairs well, yeah. Yeah, we did, when we did a Cthulhu playthrough, we did the cute Cthulhu playthrough. We took seafaring and we went really heavy on the water. I guess it's gonna end up being a somewhat similar build. But maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do like Materium and Astral instead of. I think that one was Astral and Shadow. And I might still make a couple dungeons. I like the idea that like the giant would just have little pockets underground that would just be little tiny dungeons under the city where he just stores all of his treasure. Just make the whole thing big wet? Yeah, pretty much. Just big wet everywhere. Big old wet. This is your computer speaking. I'm tired. Please, let me sleep. Please stop making the purple guy move all of his units one by one by one by one by one. By zero by one by zero. I feel like I don't notice the end turns being so bad until you're in the last 15 and you're doing the back-to-back. I like also that there's just a food stash right here. Hi, Cindy. Meow. You want to come up, hang out with us? The rare cat? Maybe. She might. All right, here we go. Independence. Yeah, shockingly, like my computer's not even hot. They did do something to the optimization recently that is making the game use significantly less resources. And I'm very grateful for that. All right, we're at war with another city. I don't really care. Stack wipe these partisans. Nap wipe these partisans. You are gonna take on these sweeps. Sure. And I guess I could send you down to that Pirate Cove. Why don't you help? Gonna keep taking everything around the Godkeep here. Man, I don't know. Frenzy, sure. Those guys are trying to go on a mission to wipe these dudes out. Smash that intern. Paradox feels weird, man. Think it would be possible to have a one affinity game, like literally only one affinity? Yeah, absolutely, you could do that. I've done it in the past. It's harder now that there's all the dual trait tomes. But absolutely, you can do it. The problems would be with the heroes often having two different affinities. You'd have to win before running out of books. So the heroes don't give you affinity points anymore. They used to, but when they did the update with Ways of War, they changed the way, like when they did the big hero rework, they changed the way that happens. Because it used to be when you took your affinity skill, you like got points for that. And now it's like you can't unlock the affinity skill unless you have the points already. But also that was only for your like main hero. If I'm still remembering that correctly. Have to win before running out of books. That's probably not that hard. You also have a tendency to get books from other... That's the real thing, actually, because sometimes you complete an event and it offers to give you a book. So you'd have to make sure you didn't take any books from one of those. Might be some calculation done during your turn as well. So if you end turn quickly, exponentially dramatify the products. I mean, I think you can turn on synchronous turns. Or I think you can set it to synchronous turns. But I don't really find that works well for a turn-based game. Because you're sort of racing the AI then for trying to like get into position before they can. You sort of have to think faster than a computer, and it just doesn't, it feels a bit gibberish to do that. Six more turns? This one guy is taking half of the end turn pretty much every time. I think I made a mistake setting a bounty because it's they're probably trying to move a bunch of units into position to take that bounty now. I should be crafting stuff for Pantheon points. I only need one more Pantheon point, so what does it really matter? No thanks, Sages. 5 turns to expansion victory. You guys come down here. You guys come over here. Meteor shower's unlocked. Sure, final banishments. You made something, make something else. You made something, make something else. Then that, then that, then that. You don't need to talk to me. Keep cooking. 4 more turns. And Monty's in big combat right now. That was 4 separate fights he just got into. So either he did really well and then did a bunch of cleanup. Or, I mean, it could have went anyway. Trade proposals, probably teleporter packs. What's my favorite mono affinity? Nature. Easy. Easy choice. I think nature's just my favorite affinity in general in the game. Being able to super grow your cities really, really fast, really, really early, just snowballs you way ahead of everybody else. I find it to be like an extremely strong build. You can just spam a whole bunch of farms really early on, and then you don't have to spend any Imperium growing your cities because your cities just grow like every other turn. And then with that, you get a bunch of gold, you get a bunch of mana, you get a bunch of research. It all sort of compounds together really well. And also, like, all the nature stuff just works really well together. They have a really well blended roster. You know, you get really good archers. You get all the plant guys, which are solid early skirmishers, great mid-game defenders. You get pretty decent support with the nymphs. Then the big druids, the horned gods as mythic units are really strong. They got buffed recently, which I thought was crazy because I already thought they were really good, but I guess they're not holding up compared to everybody else. But, you know, they get to summon those walls of vines. They get to create lots of, like, little flora monsters. And if you have all the other nature stuff, it all sort of, like, stacks together, and they become really strong because of it. Not to mention things like the Druid of the Cycle that just has auto-kill abilities. Auto-kill abilities, revive abilities. Ever since they did the nature rework as well, I think that the nature-based affinity skills are really, really powerful. Things like if a single creature dies, you get really powerful. Or your whole army gets regeneration. Final banishment. Please, sir. Please. I guess we'll get the Tome of Wind.
High above the petty machinations.
Why not? You're good. You can build that, sure. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. Can you grow anymore? Not yet. Trying to gobble up as much of that land as I can, just for kicks. I seem to remember that when you recruited a new hero, he already came with 1 or 2 affinities, but I also don't remember if they reset when you reset their levels. They do. Yeah. You can reset affinities. The only affinities you can't reset is if you have a dragon. So, like, if you recruit a Pantheon hero who is a Godir, who is a specific type of dragon, like a Shadow Dragon, he will always be locked into being a Shadow Dragon. Which I think kind of makes sense. We should pivot into Nature Affinity immediately here. It would be strong. I mean, we're all affinities because we went Crystal, which is kind of fun. That all random campaign we recently played, we also ended up very Rainbow Affinitied. Though we ended up leaning more into Order by the end of it. I know, it's also like Affinity, every time they grow, you get free animals, you get free plants. All your plants and animals get buffs. Like, I truly think that nature is the strongest build. I will say it's also probably the easiest to counter because they're weak to fire and blight, which are probably the 2 most common damage types you run into. Fire is just part of everything now. It feels like fire is Materium, Chaos, and Order are all fire builds. Or all have potential to add fire builds. And especially with the Umbral stuff, like, fire has become a lot more important. And I actually want to say that they took off Blight weakness for plants. I feel like I remember reading something about that in the patch notes. But Blight could be pretty common as well because Berserkers, anyone who's a Berserker just does Blight damage on their opening hit. It's not a lot, but it's still, like, decent. Another game I like is Rise of Nations. Yes, yeah. I feel like they got a new thing fairly recently. But I might be wrong in that. Having a little of every affinity isn't bad anyway, since they unlock kingdom stuff. Yeah. Normally, like, you want to go only for like 2 or 3 so that you can actually make your way up into their final unlocks, but there are certainly buffs that are worth doing. Somebody just got a spider mount. So it's gonna be you. We have 3 vampire spider mounts. No more pirates. I'm sick of being attacked by pirates. Thank you very much. Partisans. No problem. Pass. You guys can pass. Let's go there. Kill an enemy gets strengthened. Charge attacks add grace and retaliation. Sure. Collected. You gained a major ambition. Collected. Yay! I own the entire Godkeep. Cool. 22. This city is generating 34 Imperium. That's very, very strong. That's almost 10 mythic units. Or it's like 10 level 4 units. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know. I don't mind having a single point in something because I know it is just going to slowly tick up. And a lot of the early stuff is pretty valuable. Like the first 3 tiers in most things, especially nature, the first 3 tiers in nature are really good. Extra food on farms, extra HP in friendly domain, like regeneration, and then founding cities quicker, founding absorbing cities a lot quicker. That can give you 1-turn cities. Materium, same thing, because it's got like the cheap outposts and the mines equal mana. This one's really, really powerful. Some of the chaos stuff is nice, especially like the 3 gold per unit tier. The 150 per knowledge hero, this really helps in the early game. 150 knowledge is often a couple of turns worth of knowledge early on. Arcane, I'm not like wild on. I think the 4th one here is really good, which randomly knocks a skill down by 25%. But the first 3, I think, are like a bit snoozy. And then order is like, I don't know, man. You get the Whispering Stone. It's good if you want vassals, basically. What do we got? 2 more turns. Always find yourself wanting the first 3 of nature. Yeah, I'm the exact same way. If I can find a way to sneak nature into a build, I'll do it just to get that. And thankfully, all the new dual tomes are really good for that kind of stuff. I love that the only place we went above ground is here. I guess we own the village over there. We have an outpost over here, but the only place we've actually built cities is like, oh, there's an altar to the god, the giant gods. Yes, no. We'll build a huge city around this as well. We'll occupy this entire island. Floating out of the ocean. We big folks should build an empire together. Invite the Kor'nea and his clan to work for you. Sick. I didn't know you could do that. Cheaper Rally of Lieges. Hey!
AgentNumber 7 AgentNumberOne AgentNumber
Apu. Apu. In spirit, how we doing, my dude? Welcome. 29-month streak. Absolutely love it, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying a little Age of Wonders. We got 1 more end turn to go. And then we get our win. All you want from the above land is the goop altar. We need the PP to flow into the dungeon. What do you think is lighting up the silent barracks in the underground vault in the War Foundry? What, you think this is lava? No, man. This is just pee. This is just really dehydrated pee. This is the dumbest joke I've ever made. I'm like, man, if your pee is that color, definitely go to the hospital. Drink a couple big glasses of water, and if your pee is still that color, go straight to the hospital. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It's not lava, it's magma. All right, okay. I don't know the difference. What's the difference between lava and magma? Educate me. I would think they are this fancy name for the same two things. Doing good. Hope you're doing good too. I'm doing very well. We're about to get our first giant win. How could I possibly complain? One is above ground and one is below ground. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward then. That's not half as complicated as I thought that was going to be. I thought maybe it was like whether it's moving or not moving. Which again wouldn't really be all that complicated, but God, it's still got so many moves left to go. What's this? Yalak has found an ancient gold wonder. It's too late, you fools. You can't stop the giant alliance. 2 rock giants, a frost giant, and a storm giant. We killed the other rock giant. He stood in our way. And I guess we murdered that abomination from beyond the void. Geology, very simple, very easy. You should learn it and become one of us. Are you also a geologist? We have quite a few geologists. I appreciate that. That I have a lot of geologists in the chat. It makes me really scared to play Dwarf Fortress again, though. CPU is a 12700, Intel 12700K. So it's a pretty beefy CPU. It's just slugging down here. Who are these guys? Oh. Do I care? No. We'll get our last annexes in. Just for the bonus points. Snooze. Snooze. Pretty sure I'm missing an annex there, but whatever. Did they ever get close to his capital? Oh, they did. He's coming down here. He burned a farm, and he's actually going for crush rock. That's nice to see the computer doing his job. I don't suppose anyone got close to Penway. No. But that's going to be our victory. We got to wait for the last end turn to cycle through. Exactly what you have. 12700K. Yep. KF. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the gigahertz are. Got sent this one actually by the people at Creative Assembly back when Total War Warhammer 3 came out. They sent me this part, which was super cool of them, and I was not expecting it. I basically just got a message being like, hey, what's your address? We're sending you something. And then it was like, I don't know, like a $600, $800 CPU? $600 CPU? I can't remember. It was great, though. Sat on my shelf for like 10 months until I built a new computer. Wondering if you should even bother making a huge map. I mean, again, the end turns don't feel bad until you're doing them back to back to back for 15 turns in a row. This is the biggest size map with the most size players on it. Ooh, Frostblood builds his last beacon of unity. I think, or his second beacon of unity. I think that's his third one, though. I love that we got a Troll King. I'm really happy we got to unlock that unit. He's so funny looking. Just holding out the club. I kind of wonder whether or not he looks different every time. Like, does he get a random cape and a random crown from all of the selectables? Probably not, but here we go. Oh, no, wait. No, this is just combat. One more turn and then the Independence. Further hello. It's not bad performance, all things considered. No, not at all. And honestly, I think the performance is up from recent patches. Again, like, my computer is not running hot at all whatsoever. It's like quite cool. This game used to nuke my computer. So they've done some stuff there, which leads me to believe now that they kind of have the overhead to do more optimization. At least that's what I'd hope for. Like watching this game, it's really fun. Well, we're going to be doing lots more of it. So you're in luck. You must be Troll King with all the jokes you're telling. Oh, yeah. Ban him. You've been experimenting with a Frost Giant build. Ooh. That seems like it would also be a very fun one. Frost Giants up in the mountains. Just freeze the whole world over. You know I love a good cold build. I just feel like ice is not as well developed. I can't wait to do a lava build because there's so many books about fire. You can't even pick them all. Are we there? Are we here? Opponents are moving. Opponents are moving. One turn from a win, game crash, and corrupted save incoming. Oh my god, can you imagine? I would be so bad. It is really hanging on this last second. I'm not touching anything. Lava build or magma build? That's the question, right? Yay! Win a game as a Giant King. Lead a faction of crystallized dwarves to victory as a Giant King. I got the special achievement. I didn't even know that was in there. Expansion victory. While some empires lie in ruin, you dominate this world under the banner of newly formed alliances, proving that a strong diplomatic bond can be more powerful than the largest of armies, but also your army's pretty large. In trust and unity, we march forward to a better tomorrow. Hell yeah. What were we? Wow, we really dipped early on. You know why? It's because we didn't, we weren't able to really get a second city for the longest time. We were locked underneath all these Umbral Tyrants. Only 2 ice tomes. Yeah, definitely need some love. Yeah, I've always been... I'm constantly shouting for ice to get some love, so... Where did everybody start? He started over there. Anvil started up here. And then Crush Rock, that was Monty. So not a lot of people underground. On the surface, we had Eminem and the Holy Rats there. Gardheim over here in the corner. Anchorage sort of right in the middle, and then Penway up in the top corner, Innsmouth in the top corner. It seems like the game is really ensuring that there are corner factions now, which I really like. But it also looks like only one per corner. Loosely. This was a pretty crowded area, ultimately. We expanded outwards from the Forge. Yeah, look at this. This guy's got 3 cities. 2 turns before I even get down a second outpost. Or a first outpost. And then I take over Crefin. That's right. That ended up being what happens. And then you could see, basically I take over Crefin and my power just scales way up. And then I actually dominate everybody on overall ranking, which is not very common. But we picked up the kiln and the cooler. The kiln we actually founded. The cooler was another conquest. Then Flowing Fields, the port, and the anvil, which I actually forgot to rename in the end. Plus we owned all of this. Outposts. Are them showing outposts new? I feel like that's a new addition. I do wish you could see vassals on this map mode, but... Dominating the underground. I didn't realize this was all vassals by the end of it down here as well. The crystal guy was here. Yeah, we literally owned the full corner of this map. And then the only time we came up, we had our little outpost up here. But then the only time we actually came up was to take this island. Which feels really cool. All this gloom up here. This looks awesome. Wow, he really spread that gloom. I'm glad we got rid of Kor'nea. He could have been a real problem. But that's success. This is the continent map type. Yeah, yeah. We lost a lot of early units. Yeah. There were some big trades. Cassie Slay is a custom leader. Will he join the Pantheon? Absolutely. The only reasonable thing here. Oh man, there's new extensions. At the start of combat, summoned a clay arbalist, clay charger, or clay defender. I was gonna give you Golem Heart, but I'm gonna give you Dungeon Keeper instead because that's obviously the right choice for you. You were the king of clay. 9 points, lots of levels gained, lots of heroes defeated, but overall nothing like too crazy. I'm very happy with how he turned out in the end. Screenshot for posterity's sake. We get to unlock the Storm Clanner icon, filling us back up to 167 out of 164 out of 164, and finishing this campaign, adding him into the great roster. I wonder where he's going to show up here, because the Eldritch rulers show up here. Will he show up over on this side as a giant ruler? Great question. Should revisit Dungeon Keeper at some point. We really should. It's not a bad idea. Folks, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be back probably tomorrow with a new campaign as well. I think we'll go for Storm Giants. I got to figure out the exact build on how we want to do it, but I think the Storm Giants are probably... I might go Lava, but I feel like we just spent this whole time underground. Let's probably go Storm, go to the surface, try to check out some of the new landmarks and whatnot, and make a brand new faction with that. So I hope you come back and join us when that gets published, whenever that is. In the meantime, have a great week. Have a great day. Have a great, beautiful afternoon. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.